Yes. One more thing. Well, you got their attention, that's for sure. We're going to try to do that again in key. How about that?
I've been asked to get married 100 times.
Who asked you?
My mammy and pappy.
I preacher's sermons are like chickens with their heads cut off.
Well, how's that?
Well, once you think they're about over, they jump right back up and run in a whole nother direction.
Do you know where I can find 36,000 cockroaches?
Why do you need 36,000 cockroaches?
Well, I'm moving and the lease says I gotta leave the house like I found it.
I've been engaged to 4 boys at one time.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I guess Cupid shot me with a machine gun.
Hey Ryan, the funniest thing happened to me. My wife was reading the book called Twin Cities and she had twins.
Oh, really?
Then she was reading a book called Three Musketeers and she had triplets. Hey Ryan, where are you going?
I gotta get home quick. My wife's reading Birth of a Nation.
Hey girl, so I met you, I can't eat, sleep, or drink.
Why not?
I'm broke.
Hey, Aston, now I know why Solomon had 700 wives.
Why's that?
'Cause he never met me.
Start singing, we'll back you up.
Okay. Sure. Alright. Intro.
Do you do? You got to
Intro.
We're singing.
Alright. You took off your bag that you're waking. Okay, you need to do an intro.
Okay, here we go.
I need to do it with an intro. Here we
The
go.
professional here.
Alright. You took off your peg leg, your wig, and your glasses. You were surprised by the look on my face. I wanted to hug you and kiss you, my darling, but you were scattered all over the place. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone.
Hey, class! That's enough. Isaiah, we're going to start with you and we're going to start with math. If you had 25 cents in one pocket and 50 cents in the other, what would you have?
I'd have on someone else's britches.
Oh. Okay, all right. We'll do reading. Cameron, maybe you can do a little better than Isaiah. Cameron, what letter comes after A? Oh, my goodness. All right, let's try with some history. Cameron's good with history. Cameron, what did Paul Revere say after the historic ride?
Whoa!
All right. Isaiah, we'll try with you again. Where do we find elephants?
They're so big I didn't know they got lost.
Oh, my. Okay, all right. Let's try one more before recess. Jordan, let's see if you can outsmart these boys here. Who makes the sun shine?
Good Lord.
And who makes the moon shine?
My pa.
Oh, I give up. It's recess.
So how y'all doing? How's the barbershop doing?
Oh, barbershop's doing good.
That's good. You know,
You get your firewood all cut. And,
yeah, pretty much. You know, everybody in town's about quit talking about that boy you scalped the side of one side of his head.
hey, that wasn't my fault. I told him 3 times not to move. That's my blind eye anyway. He shouldn't have been on that side.
I'd like for you to line up on mine with that good eye if you don't mind.
Oh, I will. I'll do you some good there. How's your grandkids doing?
Oh, they're doing good. They're all here tonight. I tell you, they was over the other night, and they like to hear bedtime stories.
Yeah?
But I can't keep their attention no more.
Really?
Yeah, it just seems like every time I try to start a story, they pretty much tell me the ending, and then they start running around the room. So I don't really know exactly
Well, you
what
know
to do about that.
You know what's wrong?
What's that?
You're telling them the same old stories, the same way we heard them.
And
These kids nowadays, you got to tell them bedtime stories backwards.
Oh, backwards.
Yeah, you tell them backwards and they'll pay attention, and then before you know it, they'll be asleep.
Is that true?
Yep, I'll tell you the story of Cinderella backwards, and then you can tell it to your kids.
All right.
All right. Once upon a time in a corn country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Rendicella. Now, Rendicella lived with her mugly other and 2 sad blisters. Now, also in this corn country, there lived a very pransome hench.
A pransome hench?
Yeah, pransome hench. Now, the pransome hench was going to throw a fancy fall, and so he invited all the people from Riles and Mound, especially the pitch people.
Ooh.
Now, Rendicella's mugly other and 2 sad blisters, they went out and got them some drancy fresses, you know, to wear this fancy
Well,
fall.
sure, yeah, I understand.
But you know, Rendicella, she didn't have nothing to wear but some old riddy dags.
Riddy dags?
Yeah, riddy dags. Now, it came time for the fancy fall, and Rendicella couldn't go, and so she just cat down and scried.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah. And she was kitting her scrying when all at once appeared before her Gary Godmother.
Really?
And he touched her with his wagic mand, and there appeared before her a sigboch and Hicks white sources to take her to the fancy ball.
Well.
Yeah. Now, she told her, said, now, Rendicella, you must be home before midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin.
Midnight?
Midnight, yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah, so Rendicella, she went to the fancy fall, and the pransome hench met her at the door, because he'd been watching her behind a wooden hinder. Yeah. Now, they danced all night, and they lell and fub.
They lell and fub?
Yeah, yeah. And when the mid-clock struck night,
yeah,
Rendicella, she staced down the rares, and just as she beats the rodham, she slopped her dripper.
No, she slopped her dripper?
She slopped her dripper, yes.
Man.
Now, the next day, the pransome hench, he searched all over the corn country for this beautiful girl who had slopped her dripper.
I'll bet he did.
Yeah, and he finally came to Rendicella's house.
Yes.
And he tried it on her mugly other, and it fit and did. And he tried it on her 2 siggly usters, and it fit and did. And then he tried it on Rendicella, and it fit did. Yeah, and it was exactly the sight right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they were married and lived happily ever afterwards.
Oh, boy, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Now, the story of the Maury is this. If you ever go to a fancy fall and want to lull and fub with a pransome hench, don't forget to slop your dripper.
I feel like flying again.
Why? Did you fly before?
No, but I felt like it before. When I was leaving church after last Sunday morning, Brother Gary told me I needed to join the army of the Lord.
Well, what'd you say?
I told him I already am, and then he asked me, why don't I see you except for Easter and Christmas? And I told him, that's because I'm in the Secret Service.
It's taken 4 days to get a picture of my wife.
Why is it taking so long?
Well, we can't get a film that's fast enough to get her with her mouth shut.
What kind
kind of man was Boaz before he married Ruth?
Ruthless.
I spent $500 to learn how to be an actor.
Did it help?
I've already been taken for Rock Hudson.
Boy, I think you've been taken for $500.
Who was the best comedian in the Bible?
Samson, he brought the house down.
What's the penalty for bigamy?
2 mother-in-laws.
You know that Janie and I was looking for a new car.
What kind are you going to get?
Well, we was listening to the preacher this morning, and all of our decisions, we need to go to God, and we found that Honda cars are mentioned in the Bible.
Honda's mentioned in the Bible.
It does on more than one occasion.
Where'd
It
it
says
say?
that the disciples were all in one accord. I guess you probably didn't realize that motorcycles are in the Bible too, since you didn't know nothing about cars.
Well, if you're going to be making stuff up, I guess
I'm
you
not
could
making
be.
it up. It says it in the Word. It says that the roar of David's triumph was heard throughout the land.
Well, if we're going to be talking about stuff we find out in the Bible, I found out that the guys that came to where baby Jesus was, they was volunteer firemen.
How do you know they was volunteer
It says in the
firemen?
Bible they came from afar.
Oh, man. The Bible, every topic of our lives today are covered by the Bible.
Every time.
I've told you over and over again, everything. Even constipation is talked about in the
Now,
Bible.
that's going a
As
little
crazy
bit
as that
too
sounds,
far.
I'm telling you, it's the truth with my hand up. Exodus, Moses took the 2 tablets and headed to the mountain.
Hey, Noah was on that boat for a long, long time.
Yes, he was.
I wonder if he ever went fishing.
He couldn't go fishing.
Why not? He had all that water and had all them fish.
Just he couldn't go fishing.
What's the deal?
He only had 2 worms.
Yeah.
Reading the other night, Solomon, the temple, how beautiful that temple must have been, Solomon's temple.
Yeah.
It don't say where it was at, and I can't find any scriptures that tells where it's at.
Well, that's because that's a no-brainer, brother.
Well, how's
Solomon's
that?
temple was right there, just like your
man.
temple is. Hey, do you know what Jesus and that big fish that swallowed Jonah, you know what they have in common?
The big fish that swallowed Jonah and Jesus had
Yeah.
something in common.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. What did they have in
Well,
common?
I was reading the other day, and it said that Jesus had dinner with a sinner, and the big fish had a sinner for dinner.
I saw this $200 dress in the store window, and before I knew it, I was trying it on. It was like Satan was whispering in my ear, "You look fabulous in that dress."
Well, when I'm tempted like that, I say, "Get behind me, Satan."
I tried that too, and when I did, he said, "It looks fabulous from back here too."
Come, my darling, and flee with me.
I can't do that. I'm wearing my daddy's breeches.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I can see it in the papers now. Fleas and daddy's breeches.
Now, Jordan, what's the difference between a new dog and a new husband?
Well, I don't know.
Well, after a year, the dog's still excited to see you when you come home.
I used to go out with a twin.
How'd you tell them apart?
Oh, she didn't look nothing like her brother.
So, I sent my picture to the Lonely Hearts Club.
Did you get an answer?
Well, they said they weren't that lonely.